Hey to the people, what's going on? This is me, Chase. It's No Chaser TV. And as of now, I'm sure you guys have heard the news that has shocked the Real Housewives world as Karen Huger has officially been sentenced to 2 years of prison time for her charges stemming from DUI related incident that occurred last March, with one of those years being suspended. How y'all doing? Hey, Amanda Kay. Oh Lord. Hey Asia. Hey y'all. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bells. We're gonna go ahead and discuss a little bit of what's going on and move forward with that. Um Everybody knows I'm a Ladam, so I'm taking this one a little hard, but you know, thanks to Taria from What Else Is Going On podcast, which is here on YouTube as well. You guys can check out that that information more in depth on her social, as well as follow her on YouTube. We WEIGO podcast. Her name is Taria. She was live in the courtroom doing the work, and she gave us blow by blow of what exactly was going on in that courtroom. So again, we thank her for all of her work in that. And I'm going to go ahead and read some of the things that stood out. Now, before that, the prosecutors were looking to give her 6 months of a sentence from the 2 years max that she could have done for this particular incident. Um, let's go ahead and break it down from the beginning, honestly, because the word on the street is rumored everywhere at this point that Karen was offered 6 months of probation, and she turned that down allegedly. So she turned down the alleged 6 months of probation, and she moved forward with this trial. The DUI footage was slippery. The only thing more slippery than that DUI footage was that wig. And she continued to press forward and push for, oh God, push for, wow. I just read something. It's just a lot of news coming across the desk that's not even Karen related that I'm not at liberty to discuss right now, but it's a rough time going on in the Bravo streets, y'all. So just, anyway, wow. Okay. So yes, she continued to push forward with that trial. And it's been now alleged that the rehab that she checked herself into was more like a relaxation kind of luxury spa experience. Let me just say this, and then we'll get to the facts of the incident or what Taria has graciously given us. But as a Ladam, I'm not going to not be a Ladam, but I'm highly disappointed in the arrogance and the way that she chose to address this situation. Even if you're in a situation and you recognize it's a can't win situation, you go ahead and you fall on the sword. And she refused to do so. And pride goeth before the fall. But I don't even know if the ego has taken a blow on this one, you guys. I just really don't know if someone at that age can change her pattern and her behavior. But um, let's go ahead and read some of the things that happened. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Taria starts off by saying that Karen's lawyer just gave a statement from Karen to the judge that he read silently. From there, she says that she had eyes on Ray, her cousin that was on the show, and I can confirm that she has a 613 hair in. Oh God, with black roots. So she came blonde wig and all down to the courthouse. Her lawyer is presenting reasons to the judge why she went to the type of recovery center she went to. He said you have to make it appealing for people to step away from their everyday lives, sort of like an incentive to get help. The incentive to get help is that you need the help, sister. The incentive is not, oh, it's a luxury one of that. No. The incentive is to get help. And if the get help is not the true motive and true incentive, it's to keep your ass out of jail. So disappointed in Karen. She went to a place for called Right Arm for 48 hours. So the place that she went to, where she missed the reunion, was a 48-hour thing that she did called Right Turn. Excuse me, Right Turn. She could have did those 48 hours any other time, but she chose not to come to the reunion and use that as an excuse to get out of it. Like at this point, the manipulation and the playing and the gamery and the foolery of it all lasted up until today. Up until today. That's either serious denial or just a serious lack of awareness. One, and I would venture to say it's a lack of awareness because even then what she did was, play the girls and play the network. And so me defending her from Wendy asking aloud, is this genuine? How do we know? It was a plausible question. I just felt that it's not a question I would have asked personally because I don't publicly, do that for people. But, the proof is in the pudding. And I don't really believe that it was genuine at this point. It is a place with rooms meant to look like jail cells so she can experience what that's like. Um, she also has a continuing relationship with her therapist. So she went to that place. She went to this place called Right Turn for 48 hours. That was like a jail simulation. And she still has a relationship with her therapist. She has signed to participate in a program where she has a handheld breath device. It will require her to blow 4 times a day. The results go to whomever she chooses. This is all the work she should have did before she got to that courthouse and just accepted the plea and just went on by her day. Ray is getting ready to testify. Ray said that the kids are a little hurt by this. Her lawyer asked if Ray was aware of everything that Karen has done in the last few months to get help. Ray says yes. He said, he told the judge Karen is doing very well and has recovered from the accident. Meanwhile, Karen is now crying. Y'all, I can't believe it. Ray is 77, and Taria says that he looks good and he gets around really well as well. So he's still moving and still pushing through this situation. Her lawyer said that she is a good person, has been gracious through this experience, and he asked the judge for a suspended sentence, 3 years probation, Alcoholics Anonymous twice per week, make therapy a condition in another ruling, but I couldn't hear because people were rustling around, so she couldn't hear the rest of what her team wanted to do. So that was what her team presented as, what they felt like could rehabilitate Karen and get her out of the way from a potential jail sentence. From there, Taria says that the prosecution, is running down her other offenses and said something has to give. She understands people getting second chances, but this is her fourth chance. She has got other second chances in the past. And let's just be honest. If we're going to keep it real, we're going to keep it funky today. This is not the first time this is the first time, well, not the first time, but this is the fourth time she's gotten caught. But imagine how many other times she's done it. I know people who say they do their best driving drunk. So, this is just something that's a regular occurrence. If you're going to drink to that degree, do not drive. What's not clicking? If you do not drive, what's not clicking? I'm so distraught. Like, I'm caught in between, like, loving LaDame and loving what she brought us on the screen and rooting for her, but also being a realist about the situation. The time for talking, the time for playing is over. You played yourself into this motherfucking situation. That is ridiculous. Excuse me for cussing so early, but I'm so disappointed. Karen then begins to speak and she apologized for bringing this to trial and was arrogant in thinking she could handle alcohol. That's not the only thing that you were arrogant in. You were arrogant in the whole situation, Diva. Come on, Diva. Taria then said the judge is reading Karen's actions on that body cam footage for filth. He read her to the high heavens, to the gods, honey. The judge said that Karen is no stranger to drinking while driving on our roads. Karen got a PBJ in 2007. This has been going on for nearly 20 years, you guys. One would think Miss Huger has learned her lesson. In 2008, before the ink had barely dried on the other one, she was arrested again. He is not playing with her. Let me tell you something. 20 years of this. There's a saying that I know to be. There's a saying, and the saying is either you're gonna pay on the front end or you're gonna pay on the back end, but you're gonna pay. That's the saying. Let me see what y'all talking about in here real quick before I read the rest of it. It's just so asinine to believe that she would actually think that she could get away with this because at this point, that's what I think it is. She thought she was going to get away with it again. And that's what's sad. 20 years, yes. My my un-American life. My grandfather was an alcoholic all my life, says Art World. I do apologize, and I hate to hear that, Art World. Yeah, this is bad, guys. There's no getting around this one. I can't save her from this one. You can't save people from everything, especially when they don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. He says that Karen had the hang of the system and working the system prior to 2011. All warnings went in one ear and out the other, but she remained undeterred. The judge said, "How about a program without a summer connotation?" Ooh. Taria then says, "Y'all, I think Karen is going to jail," which is when Karen was sentenced to 2 years um, of prison with 1 year suspended, meaning that she will have to do 1 year of her 2 year sentence in jail. The other year will be on probation. And, I know they give things out for good behavior. They give things out for good behavior. And so, yeah, she may get out earlier. She may do months on the year. I don't know. From there, Karen has 30 days to appeal his decision and 90 days to ask the judge for reconsideration to get him to lower it. So there's that. So she going to jail, but she can go ahead and have it appealed as well as have him reconsider lowering his case after 90 days, up to 90 days. Mm-mm-mm. Karen was taken into custody today. And as she was taken into custody, Taria says that she yelled, "Love you, Ray. God's got you. You'll be all right. God bless you." Incredibly selfish. Incredibly selfish. If you want to call in and talk to me about it, you can. The phone lines are open. Let me know what you think about it. Um, it was indeed incredibly selfish. And this is the consequences of your actions. Like, there's no way around that. There's absolutely no way around it. I'm at a loss for words. I'm going to let you guys call in if you choose to. If you don't, that's fine as well. I totally understand. I just wanted to go ahead and get this out. We may do happy hour later on today. I'm not sure, but um, as a Ladam, I'm hurt and I'm betrayed. She should have done better. She knows better, and it's just really disgusting as a whole. She is dead, but ball bookie naked wrong, y'all. There's no way around it. Hey, Mel NYC, what's the tea?
No, and I'm surprised. I was having lunch a little bit, and I saw that you were on. Yeah, I didn't. This is a surprise to me. I feel very sorry for Ray. I really do. I think that I didn't think that. I thought that she would get the same treatment that Luann got. I didn't think that was going to be. People joke about her, and people have fun with her these past couple of weeks and stuff like that about what they want to happen to her, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I thought it was not going to be this. I thought it was going to actually be what Luann got. A little, some kind of monitoring device or something to that level. So yeah, I don't know, but I definitely have to look at this replay and see what's going on. But yeah, that's about it. I don't know what else to say, but just I saw that you were on. I was eating and just wanted to call in real quick.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think the difference is I don't know how many times Luann did it, but hers was severe as well. She slipped out of handcuffs and she got a slip on the wrist,
Yeah,
a slap on the wrist. But this has been going on since 2007, and she's gotten four that we know of suspended. They've put her in pretrial prevention programs, this, that, and she has not done any actions in the nearly 20 years to better herself for it. And so,
but I would say this, and then I'm gonna drop down. I think that for me, again, and I don't know if it's political. Everything in my mind recently has been political, but we see this country has been been run currently by people who are totally insane. So I just feel like if it was another person on Bravo, it probably wouldn't be this way. Again, I know people joke, and I call in. Actually, I haven't said anything too bad about Leah, but I laugh at people talk about her. But yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that she didn't get the monitoring. That's all. I'm really surprised that didn't happen, and and I don't know why that is. Really don't know why that's the case in this situation. Even though I guess, like you said, Luann, she physically attacked. I almost want to say she was physically aggressive with the police officer in Miami, wherever she was at. So yeah, now, maybe Shay hurt. Listen, maybe Shay cuts deep because Miss Karen definitely was giving it to the police people in Potomac, and maybe they held that against her. I don't know, but it seems a little too much. She didn't steal no money and do anything crazy. I mean, like the other ladies did, whatever. So I'm just surprised she didn't get monitoring. But that's all I have to say. But listen, congratulations on your surprise pop up again, and I hope to call in sometime and have fun with you and your panels and stuff like that. I was going to say I enjoyed calling in last night. I just noticed. You know what, Chase, you love telling me what to do sometime, don't you?
huh?
No, I'm
I
saying
got a line of people waiting to call. What are you talking about?
no, I'm saying that sometimes when I call in, you be like, now you better say goodbye. You better say I'm just but
Well, no,
I
you said
read,
bye to one person with three of us up there. So I just want to know if you want to say bye
but
to
you
me
missed it.
as
You missed it.
well.
Actually,
You
I
said my
actually
name?
not.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you.
I will. Well, AJ, I'm leaving, honey. I'm leaving. Have a good day to you too, and have a good day to Chase
Wait,
too.
now, Mel, come on down. I said thank you.
No, no, I'm talking about the backstage, honey. I
Oh,
thought you.
okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for calling in.
Bye, honey.
Bye. Hey, Asia. Asia,
Can you hear me? Can you
I
hear me?
can now. Yes, I can.
Yeah, he was talking to me. I told him to keep it moving.
Oh, okay. Y'all was in there. That's I'm like, what? What is going on?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
that was me. So I'll try to be as brief as possible. When it comes to Karen and her sentencing of 2 years, I like how the prosecution played this because I think they purposely said only 6 months because they knew the judge was going to be like, absolutely not 6 months. Absolutely not enough time.
So you
So
think they intentionally lowballed it
absolutely did.
to get
They
her more?
absolutely did to get her more. They absolutely did. So I applaud the prosecution and the judge for doing it how they did. Um 4 DUIs is insane, and the fact that she allegedly got a 6 month plea deal of probation and she turned that down, that is pure arrogance. That's arrogance in its finest form. And I partially blame the viewership for getting to her head, so, for her to feel that she is above it all the way she felt, and that she could turn that down after this being her fourth or fifth offense. So I think that's what really did this judge in. And to be honest, when it comes to taking people serious, I do appreciate how the judge is really taking this whole thing very, very serious, because she's gonna go do it again if she's not behind bars. If she's not clankety clank or whatever she said about Michael.
Mm-mm.
I just
I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing, you guys, today. I'm somber because I love her as a television personality.
why?
But like I said, you said why?
Why do you love her as a television personality?
Because I
Yes.
look at her and I look at the rest of the cast and I say, I can like Giselle. Absolutely not. I can like Robin. No. I can like a lot of the other Ashley, absolutely not. As I go down the list, to me, she was the least offensive because while she did things too, the majority of the things that she did, in my opinion, were retaliatory. They were very horrible to her when her parents died and sending
Hmm.
pieces to the home and calling on that, doing just all kinds of stuff. They were not the nicest to her in her time of need. And when it was their times of need, she was there for them in the ways that she could be. And she didn't kick them while they were down unless utterly provoked. So I mean, there were other cast members. As I look at the cast that was aligned when I was like, okay, I like Karen. I didn't like Karen the first 2 years. I did not. It was the tax situation and her being there for Ray
Hmm.
and the way that Ray was there for her that made me change my mind. It was me watching Robin sit there and get information from her, acting like she was a friend, broke girl to broke girl, and then going and running it back to the group in a negative way that made me, be like, well, that's not nice. The girl showing up with a t-shirt that said free Ladam and all that stuff or whatever it was,
Hmm.
free Uncle Ben. I was like, that's not nice. Them sending pizzas, them, coming for her and on the group trip. Like her parents had just died. It was a lot. And I felt that even then she did not strike back at them. She waited and it was retaliatory, but she got her get back. And when she did, it was also equally funny and she was entertaining to watch as opposed to the other girls on the cast at that time. So for me, Karen has always been my favorite for at least since season 3, and I'm a day one watcher. So I didn't
Yeah.
like her. I'm a day one girl, but that is why I liked Karen, and I just grown to love her. So as the years go, the affinity grows, and that doesn't mean that she's right or wrong in all cases. But as compared to a lot of the other cast members, I'm going to choose Karen over them any day of the week for me.
Do you think all that love is to her detriment?
No, I don't think that because I love her as a television personality that I'm the one enabling her delusion.
I get it.
I, I,
That's
I
that's
think
all
that
I
that's
that's
something.
all I was asking.
Well, no, I think that that's self-induced delusion. I don't go around. I didn't get bestow upon her the grand dame and make her be that way. But is it highly entertaining to watch? Absolutely, because
Yeah.
people can call me the grand dame, but unless I fully believe that I am the grand dame, I'm not gonna go around acting like one.
So yeah, she's just delusional, and I think she fed into the delusion that everybody else was giving her. Um, I don't think she knew how to turn off the cameras, because even in that the footage we saw, she was talking about Potomac, Real Housewives of Potomac. That's all she was talking about, and Thomas Jefferson.
Well, she's gonna
So
have a lot of time to work out some issues. I think.
I think so too. Well, I don't want to take up no more of your time,
I
but
appreciate you, Asia. We're
I,
gonna see
I'm
you for
I
Atlanta. Let me get while I got you on the spot. We're gonna see you down to the Atlanta.
maybe
All right.
possibly
We're gonna
uh,
continue. We'll continue contract negotiations.
every once in a while,
Okay.
possibly.
All right. I'll deal
Bye.
with that. Thank you. Bye. Hey there, Sean. Let me let you up. Hey, Sean. How are
Hey,
you? How you
I'm
doing?
good. I'm sitting here working.
Oh
I
boy.
was thinking if
Mm-hmm.
Karen would have just went straight to rehab right after that and accepted that I was looking at I'm not a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
If she would have accepted the 60 days, she said she would have got 20 days in jail and then rehab.
Just do
She
that.
just messed herself up
Yeah.
trying to save face on the show. Even if she didn't want to go to an inpatient rehab, while she was still shooting the show, she still could have went to an outpatient rehab and finished did made it look like she gave a damn. Cause that's what the judge that she knew that that film was terrible. And I don't feel bad because this was the fourth time. You
Yeah.
had chance after chance after chance after chance. I kind of knew she was gonna get a year because I put it in the chat. She gonna get a year. I said 3 years probation. Never be able to get a license. She need to have the alcohol monitor. She needs to do 1,000 hours in community service, like in the morgue or something, to see what drunk driving does to people, or into a hospital somewhere where she can actually visually see the impact of what she has done or what she could have done to other people or to herself. But I guess you just got to learn, live and learn. Okay, I'm going back to work.
Thank you so
Be
much for
good.
taking a break. You, I am. You do the same. Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Hey, Esther.
Hi, Jace.
Hey, thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
Yes, all the way from London. You were
Oh.
one of the first people. You were one of the first people. I was like, oh my gosh, what's Chase saying about
Oh
this?
gosh. Thank you.
Yes, I feel bad for her because obviously I don't want anyone to go to prison, of
Yeah.
course. But this is the fourth time, girl. Like if she
Yeah.
was in the UK, she would have been been sent to prison for at
Wow.
least 6 months. And I think the arrogance of I don't know if it's her and her legal team that thought they could beat this, because I feel like on the show this season she could have come in and saying, you know, I actually have a problem, whether it be alcoholism or whatever it was. But I felt like even when she at the reunion when she was talking about her antidepressants being like being like that was the reason that it was mixed with the alcohol, that's what was causing her to have that effect. And I was like, no, you're actually like you actually have a problem, because if this is your fourth time and you haven't learned and you've got the means to pay for a driver, to pay for Ubers, then this probably is the best repercussion for her behavior. I think it's just very arrogant that the way she was on the show, I'll be vindicated and to X, Y, Z. She probably thought we would never see the footage. That's why she went on the way she was. And she would have come to that reunion if that video wasn't released. This is not about inpatient rehab, because the week before she was at Kathy Hilton's party. And I just saw her video of her on new BET show, I think Behind the Gate. So she had
Hmm.
time to do all of that and not go to rehab. So that's why I
And
kind
on
of I can't
beyond the gate, she's sitting at a
beyond the gates.
bar.
Yes, yeah.
She's sitting at
So
a bar.
exactly, she was at the bar.
I would have been like, maybe I shouldn't accept this role right now.
But yeah, so I feel bad for her because obviously I don't want to. It's not like she's going to prison for like you know, she didn't kill anyone. Well, good thing she could have, but she didn't. But I think this is the right place for her, and hopefully with good behavior, she'll be out before a year, and she'll be. Do you think she'll come back to for season? Not they're not going to wait for her. It's not like a Teresa situation. They won't wait for her. But do you think she would come back after her sentencing, or she'll be too like embarrassed?
I asked that one more time. I'm so sorry. The phone, my connection cut out.
So I said, do you think she will come back to the show? I don't think they'll wait for her like they did Teresa, but do you think
Oh,
she'll come back, or would the shame be too much?
I think that who she is now, she will
Mm-hmm.
definitely be coming back to the show because she feel like she has redemption to seek and access to grind and all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know who she'll be when she comes out because, you know, it takes a very strong person to go into jail and come out the same.
Yes,
You
of
know what I
course.
mean? Like even Teresa is this, you know, she's Teresa, but she has changed a little bit. Like it's done something to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, you know, for someone like her, Karen is going to do something what I don't know. It could be good. And unfortunately it could be bad. You know what I mean? But you do
Mm-hmm.
change.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really don't know what to expect coming out of this. I personally didn't expect her to get what she got. So
Oh, you thought she was gonna
um
get less?
I did. I thought that
Oh.
I did. I didn't know the temperament of the judge and what he thought. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so when Taria was going ahead and detailing like his attitude, I was like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
she's getting the big time. She's getting it. And so I was a little shocked myself personally. So I really do not know what to expect. And that is why I'm on pins and needles about this thing because I don't know what to expect from anyone anymore. Like this has just thrown me for a
I
loop.
know. Is
It
she the
really
third
did.
person to go to prison from Housewives? The third?
Actively not. She's not the first from Potomac. Believe that or not. If
Who?
you're a day one watcher, there was a friend of the show named Brene.
Oh,
Uh,
Sharice's friend that went to
yes,
prison.
Sharice's friend, season one, Brene or Brene.
Mm-hmm.
Brene went
Okay.
afterwards. That's why we didn't see Brene anymore. She was going
Mm.
to be like a bigger role on the show, but then some
Oh,
charges were filed against her, and she had to do some
okay. I
time.
remember.
So
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
yeah. So actually, Brene. Yeah. So, but Brene, I guess Jen Shaw,
Mm-hmm. Teresa.
Teresa.
I feel like that's it. Well, that's.
Well, there's another person who went. I don't know if you know your Beverly Hills, but remember Dana, 25,000,
Oh, yeah, she went to prison.
100,000? Yeah, she
She went
did.
to prison.
Well, I don't know. Did she? I thought she
Well,
did.
after she was on the show.
After she was on the show, I believe she did.
Oh wow.
Someone can
What
verify whether or not
for fraud? Was it for
25,000.
fraud?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, okay,
Allegedly,
okay.
I'm not sure, but
Okay, I
something like
see.
that, something along the lines of that. I think she went. But yeah, yeah.
I feel bad because Karen is 60. What, she'll 61, 62. That's not an age. This is the year she needs to
This
be
is not the age
traveling
to be going there.
to prison. But yeah, I still like Karen. I still like her for the show, whether she'll come back or not. But yeah, just wanted to give my 2 Ps. I know people are waiting in the queue. But again, love from London. Can't wait for your
Thank you
other
so
reviews.
much.
But
Oh,
yes, bye.
bye, Esther. Oh boy, mm, mm, mm. I just want to say this, and I'm not going to call it the names, but I did read a comment in the group chat. If you have a problem with the way I run my show and how I choose to do so, unfollow this fucking channel and do not play with me ever, because I'm not the one to be played with. Okay, please have respect for me as I do for everyone else. And that's the it, and that's the all. And I'm not going back and forward on anything else. Okay. Thank you to all of the callers who called in. I do greatly appreciate it. I'll let you know whether or not we'll be seeing you later on today for happy hour. We did go ahead and discuss everything that was said. I'll go ahead and read some comments and then we'll go ahead and get out of here. Okay. Hi. Channy T says, hi, Chase. Poor Karen. Nobody can stop me liking her still. And that's your choice, Diva. If you want to like her, go on right on here. Don't let them stop you from liking who you like. Uh, Jay says that he will be there with bells and whistles on. We'll see about that. Saimara says there wasn't any denial that would get off free, that she would get off free, but she won't serve for 2 years. I agree with that. Let's go ahead and see. Asia says all she cared about was being on the show. We all sneak and call into the Chase show. Thank you, Mel. I don't understand what people issues be. Get out my comments with that shit. Um, Amanda K says, honestly, though I hate the sentence, that was 4 DUIs. That's where everybody's at with it. Well, the majority of people are at with it. My un-American life. This is sad, but clearly needed. This is the year of completion 9. The universe will end the cycle if you don't. All the things that you have been hiding for years will come. Oh, Lord, she's on. Let me just, okay, all right. Art World says the fighting we had to do with my grandfather not to get to drive. Finally, his license was revoked. He passed in he passed at 91, but the alcohol did a number on his health. Karen, get help. Karen is in jail now. Shantae says Giselle is suddenly not looking as much of a hater, but Sharice still did too much concerning Karen in my eyes. Absolutely. for me, I don't care if Sharice's right today and twice on Sunday. She, the reason why we got that information divulged was in an argument, a lot of hateration going on. And for me, for that to be why the narrative was put out there, and the Karen is a drunk and an alcoholic, and DUI, all that stuff was put out there, was because they were at odds. I just find it to be incredibly lame. I do. And so I'll never see it for Sharice in that regard, ever. Nice lunch surprise. All right. All right, you guys. Well, thank you guys so much for calling in. Esther, Mel, Asia. Um, was there somebody else? I'm sorry if I forgot. Please forgive me. And Sean. Thank you guys for calling in. Thank you guys for being in the group chat. We will see you guys possibly later today, and we'll figure out what Potomac does from here. Like, where does Potomac go from here? I also want to thank Taria from What Else Is Going On podcast. I want to go ahead and link her YouTube in the link description below, because she was in the courtroom and gave us that detailed description, blow by blow, of what happened. So thank her again for that, and we will see you guys soon. Thank you. Peace. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, I'm joking. I'm joking.